GCSE Biology. Welcome. Are you excited for a fun learning session? Make sure you have your book and a pen before we start. Today you will learn about selective breeding. Breeds and varieties. Selective breeding is the process of choosing parents to pass along the characteristics that we want onto the next generation. There are several key differences between natural selection and artificial selection. Natural selection takes a lot longer than selective breeding. Natural selection selects characteristics that are beneficial for survival, whereas selective breeding selects characteristics that are useful or desirable for humans. Natural selection is not controlled by humans, is often unpredictable, whereas the results of selective breeding are often more predictable. An example of artificial selection in plants is wheat, which has been crossbred to produce a new variation. Originally there were two variations of wheat that were considered. Tall wheat plants had a high yield, produced a lot of product, but it was easily damaged. Dwarf wheat plants have a low yield but are hardier in rough weather. When the two types of wheat were crossed, a new variation was produced. This variation has a high yield while remaining hardy. Other variations were created, but as they had not inherited the desired characteristics, they were discarded. There are pros and cons to selective breeding. Some cons are that traits are chosen to benefit humans and so animals can suffer. For example, pug have shortened faces and struggle to breathe. Often involves inbreeding, which can lead to a reduction in genetic diversity and lead to further health problems. Some pros are that the process is fast. Generally the results are predictable. Can have positive outcomes. Dogs were created when the friendliest wolves were bred together, and the friendliest of those offspring were bred to make friendlier and friendlier offspring. This continues until the animal has become domesticated.